Hey, I cannot believe we're already having this conversation. Holiday talk. I feel like summer just ended. We just started back to school and now we're already prepping for the holidays. I don't know if it's just me, but let me know. Four steps, four easy things that you can do to have a healthy, happy holiday season. That's the goal. We go in with the best intentions and then stress and chaos and overwhelm takes us. And then it ends up being not how we planned. But this year is different. Let's dive in. If we haven't met before, I'm Sarah Parise. I run the Facebook group Time Out for Moms, the podcast Moms in Time Out, and I have two girls. They're 7 and 9 now, my amazing husband, Joe. And I've been in this space, the wellness space, basically my whole life. I was a teacher for 12 years, and along the way, back in 2005, picked up my personal training certification, started working one on one with mostly women in their health and wellness goals. And then I became a mom myself and realized how desperate I was to have someone tell me exactly what I wanted, what I needed to do, how to move my body, what food to provide myself with. And then my biggest piece, finding myself in motherhood. If you've known my journey, it was a struggle. I dug through the darkness to get at where I am today. And now this is my life's passion of helping you have better days, not just okay days or good days, but more great days. So my passion comes from my own struggle. And this time of year, especially, no matter how spot on, say your workouts are, or your eating is, or how great you are with self care, this is the time of year where it all kind of falls away because we have so much more responsibility as moms. And I know you feel it. So, one quick fun fact about me is I live in Raleigh, North Carolina. We live kind of in between the mountains and the beach, my two favorite places. And my favorite thing is to be outside. So, you'll see a lot of my filming and things like that out and about are outside. This time of year here is beautiful. We have very chilly mornings and very warm afternoons. Today's only going to be about 60, but I know a lot of you would kill for 60 right now. So that's where I sit. That's where I am. Today, we're going over tips and tricks and very usable things that you can do starting today if you wanted to. Here are four categories that we're going to jump into. We're going to talk about what it's like to plan ahead. And this does not involve like massive meal preps, hundreds of containers, or hours in the kitchen on Sunday. It just doesn't. None of my programming does. We're going to talk about some easy food hacks when you're going to more parties, when there's more sweets and treats available to you, what we can do. The third step, controlling what we can control in a realistic way. It's not about giving up everything you love. It's about enjoying the holiday, but it come New Year's, not feeling like you're carrying around a ton of extra weight that you need to get rid of in that New Year's resolution. And then the last one's a little gift for you at the end, this HHC. If you've joined me before, you might know what it is, but we're going to talk about our plan first. So step one, our plan. Now this looks different for all families, but these are the four things that I keep coming back to year after year. This is my 13th year doing a very similar kind of quick little training before the holidays. And these are the four things that most people benefit from. So, to ensure your calendar is up to date, and no matter what it looks like, whether it's a paper calendar or you're a digital, or like me or our family is a combination of both, is looking ahead starting now. So, right now it's November 17th. Thanksgiving snuck up on me. It's already next Thursday, American Thanksgiving, I should say, for all my Canadian friends out there. So next week looks a little bit different for us. The kids have no school Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We're already into this kind of full-on holiday mode. So making sure your calendar's up to date, whether it's kids' activities, know when they have their classes, know when they have games, looking ahead. Invitations are starting to flow in. We just got a couple Christmas party invitations over the weekend. I'm like, Christmas is so far away. What is happening? But just making sure that you have a system, whether it's putting it on a paper calendar on the wall, putting in a Google calendar, or maybe a combination of both, so you know what's coming. It's not like a day by day, oh shoot, there's this thing this week, this tonight, and I don't know what I'm bringing. I don't know like who's coming or how we're getting there or what kids have activities and things like that. But starting now when things are a little bit slower, hopefully on your end, and then when the pace picks up, you're already set for it. The second thing, and this spurred because this was in a neighborhood conversation just a couple weeks ago, gift giving. Figuring out who the heck you need to buy gifts for and having some ideas for each person. Now, I know most of my clients feel the more you can get done earlier, the better. But we have kids, their needs change, their wants change, and things like that. But having it written out really helps. There's so many good apps and websites now. I just use the Notes app still in my phone of like ideas and who I need to buy for. But the second piece comes along with a challenge. Do you have to buy for all of these people? And if you went to say like a group of friends you usually do a secret Santa with, we switched a couple years ago of doing an experience instead. So instead of like we used to do a book exchange, instead of doing like a book exchange and everybody bought everybody a book, and it was great. Obviously, I would never complain we have more books in the house. Well, I shouldn't say never, but instead of doing a book exchange, we went and did an experience instead. So like this year we're going to do pottery. So we're going to like a place where they paint pottery and then they fire it and then it's something to remember kind of the experience by. So instead of buying 11 different books or 11 different things, we're going to do something together as a group instead. So that's one challenge I have for you as far as your gift giving. Could you go and do something versus buy something? And then the third one, especially this year, we're all feeling it. Everything's expensive. One of my clients last night, we were talking about food prep for the week, and she's like, everything's expensive. Even a pepper is like $1.50, where it used to be not that long ago that you could get a pepper for 50 cents. So aiming to be more financially responsible, creating a budget, and it doesn't have to be super strict. I met with a great financial advisor at a conference that I was at about a month ago, and she said, you have to do what works for you or you won't do it. And I feel that way about working out and eating well and like taking care of yourself as well. If it doesn't work for you and you don't enjoy it, you're not going to do it. So even if you just sit down with your partner, if you have a partner in all of this, and write down all the things you plan to do in the next 2 months, 6 weeks, really, and who you need to buy presents for, and kind of just a general budget, I feel like can really decrease the stress. Also, if you start to do things earlier, I mean, there's Black Friday sales now. Black Friday is not till next Friday, and there's already Black Friday sales coming out. I'm getting emails daily with all of these special things and all these discounts and all the things like that. So sitting down and having a rough idea can really take some of the pressure off. And then back to what I specialize in, the food piece. Choosing 2 or 3 recipes that are like your fail safe this season. So if all of a sudden you have a party on Friday and you're like, oh, I'm like Googling what to bring to this party, what's gluten-free, what's nut-free, what all these other things, have 2 or 3 recipes in your back pocket. And if you message me, if you jump on either email or Instagram or Facebook and you message me holiday recipes, I'll send you my 3 favorite. And here's a little preview of what they look like. So I love these sweet potato they're like nachos, like a sweet potato nacho. Caprese salad is absolutely my go-to. And then there's a ton of ideas out here for charcuterie, like a holiday charcuterie board, but I'll send you 3 specific recipes if you message me holiday recipes, and I'll send you my favorite, what I always bring to a party. One, it ensures that I already know what I'm doing, but 2, it also covers me. So I know that I have something healthy to eat that I also enjoy. I'm gluten-free, so it's a little tricky, especially this time of year with all the baked goods and pies and things like that. So a lot of times I tend to bring a delicious dessert also, so I can have a little something. The second piece, these food hacks. These are ones you can start today. You don't need to wait until after Thanksgiving or after things kind of get out of control. But bring the healthiest dish is what we were just talking about. Bring something healthy to a party. You know there's going to be sweets. You know there's going to be desserts. You probably know there's going to be some indulgent, cheesy type deliciousness, but bring something healthy. Not only so you have something, but that you can share something healthy also. The second one is this breakfast, the idea of just, regardless of what the rest of the day looks like, starting your day with a healthy breakfast. So, like this morning, I did that because I didn't have the perfect weekend on eating. We did take out a bunch over the weekend. It was lovely. We went to a birthday party for my husband, also great food, but not the healthiest choices. So, I started this morning with back to my oatmeal, a little bit of cinnamon, some walnuts, and some raisins, and kind of got back on track. My small plate. If you haven't heard me say this, I haven't actually said it in maybe a couple weeks now. Small plate. When I say small plate, I mean like a salad plate. We have large dinner plates. We save those for Thanksgiving dinner. But night to night, day to day, I use a very small little salad plate. And if I need more, I can go back for more. But it's all about this. I don't need to fill my plate and finish my plate in order to consider it a meal. So when you're at a party, there's usually appetizer plates. I'll challenge you to stick to the appetizer plate size so you don't fill a big dinner plate. Even if it is a dinner party, fill something a little bit smaller. Hydration, always up there near the top of the list. You can fill yourself up with water throughout the course of the day so you're not snacking all day and then going to the party and indulging at night. A lot of times when we feel hungry, we're really just thirsty. And then my last one, this is one that I've been doing for years now, the 2-bite rule. A lot of things look good. Pumpkin pie looks good. Apple pie is delicious. These chocolate little, I mean, what are they called? Like smidgens from Gertrude Hawk, my favorite chocolate place. Excuse me. 2 bites is all you need to be satisfied. Hold on one second. I'm choking on my own air over here. So just trying to do a 2-bite roll. So you're not completely having like a full piece of pumpkin pie and a piece of apple pie and a handful of chocolates and wanting to try everything that people bring, limit it to 2 bites. Our third category, or step 3, is a big one. Control what you can control. And a lot of times during this holiday season, it feels like there's nothing you can control. But start really small. Remember, it's all up to you. It's all up to you how you move your body. It's all up to you what you put in your body, and it's all up to you with how you feel. So I'm not saying don't have treats. We want to be able to enjoy the holiday, especially when it's tied to a memory or something from childhood. I love making cutout cookies with my mom and the kids and just enjoying those because that's what I did when growing up. Those things I'm not going to take away from myself, but it's okay also to say no. And not just to food or to indulgence and things like that, to parties, to gift exchanges, to all the things that come up that maybe you don't need to do every single year. I want you to make time what's important for what's most important. So for us, we really value some downtime through the holiday season. I love making hot chocolate and watching Frosty the Snowman or Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Of course, my kids are still young. They're 7 and 9, so we're still enjoying those shows. But how can we kind of take what we need and then leave what we don't? So maybe not going to all of the Christmas parties, maybe not going to all of the, I know the work stuff is tough. You feel like you have to go, but maybe you don't bring the whole family, or maybe you don't go for the whole time. It's okay to step back and take time for your own family and just really accept that imperfection of that you don't need to be the person that says yes all the time, especially during the holidays. And this challenge for this one is, how can I make this more fun? So for me, I don't love doing Christmas cards. I actually decided the other day that I'm not going to do a Christmas card this year. We didn't do family pictures. I was going to do a collage, but it just became one of those things that was weighing on me. And I thought, you know what? Maybe we'll do a New Year's card, but maybe we'll just totally skip it. And I'm going to accept that imperfection. But how can you make it more fun if you decide to do it? How could you make family photos more fun for everyone involved? I got a great Christmas card last year from a friend, and they were in pajamas. And they didn't look like professional photos. Maybe they took turns passing around the phone, but it was fun. It was kind of the most fun Christmas card I got last year. And it was just something that they did on a Friday night, turns out. They didn't want to do professional photos. Their kids range ages from like 18 months to 16 years. And it was just a fun way to do it. And that really played into like, how can you make the season more fun? Of all the things you have to do, take into consideration how you can bring more joy to yourself in this one. Maybe it's not your favorite thing to drive around and do Christmas lights, like drive around your city and do like a Christmas light tour. We were just planning that out yesterday because all these things are popping up all over Facebook in Raleigh. And I enjoy that, but I know I have a good friend that does not. So we're going to go do it together. So we're going to both go and make hot chocolate with the kids. And she's like, this could be more tolerable now because we're sitting in traffic and you're waiting your turn and the kids will be together and hopefully more well behaved than they are when they're separate. So how can you make the stuff that you have to do a little more fun? And step 4, and this is where I come in, accountability and support. Would some daily tips and tricks help you through the holiday season? How about some healthy recipes that you can take to parties that are easy? They're not massive overhauls of your kitchen or a million ingredients, stuff that's easy to get and easy to prep. And then how about some quick workouts that you can sneak in? Because we know we're not going to the gym for an hour after work. If you have a Christmas party or any kind of holiday party to go to at that night, how about some little things that you can do? And the cherry on top is we start 2026 really strong and in control and not maybe that 8 to 10 pounds heavier the average person gains during this stretch here between Thanksgiving and New Year's. So if any of that sounds good, it's time, that time of year again. This is the 13th annual Healthy Holiday Challenge, and I invite each and every one of you to join me. It's always different. It's always fun. We kick things off this year, November 30th, just because of how American Thanksgiving falls. And we wrap it up on the first day of winter on December 21st. So it's those 3 weeks in between a big break and a big break for most of us. Each morning, I'll send you one thing to focus on throughout the day. And they're little things. They're not massive. It's not like, here, do this 45-minute workout. It's not. It's here. Here's what I want you to do with your hydration today. Here's a snack I want you to try before you go to the party so you're not starving and then fill up on appetizers. There's live workouts through the course of those 3 weeks. We have challenge days where prizes are being rewarded. One of an example of a challenge day is our squat challenge. And I give you 8 different types of squats to do. All you have to do is try to do the different types of squats throughout the day. You don't have to be in gym clothes. You don't have to go somewhere special. You don't even have to change your shoes. A lot of times I do this barefoot in the kitchen while I'm making dinner. So those challenge days are tied to prizes. And then, of course, the resources that I've been building for the last 13 years. So I have more than enough to share, like my holiday dish to share. So message me holiday recipe and I'll send you those recipes without even joining the challenge. Get a little preview of what it's like. And then I hope you decide to join us for these 3 weeks of crazy chaos in this holiday season. We have 2 different levels this year. This was brought up by a client a couple years back that they just wanted like more one-on-one support throughout it. The year before they did the core level and they're like, it was good, but I didn't do a lot of it because I was distracted. I didn't have reminders. My email got overwhelming. So the core level, you get the whole program. It's the 21-day program. Lifetime access. The stuff never goes away. I leave it up. I don't like expire it come January 1. You get it all forever. The group support comes from the Time Out for Moms Facebook community. If you're already there, great. You already have one leg up, right? If you're not there, easy to join. You go to Facebook, type in Time Out for Moms. You see my name and I'll accept you into the group. We have almost 1,000 members in there now. So this has been growing for the last couple years. And now this year we have a VIP option. So this is everything you get in the core, but then it's plus a little extra accountability. One, it gives you a little bit of taste on what it is to have a partner in all of this, in this accountability. We do weekly live coaching. So we talk about what are stuff we're struggling with? What are things that are making it hard for us to take care of ourselves during this time period, during the busiest time of year? And then we're going to have a small WhatsApp group this year with a texting back and forth. Last year it kind of turned into just like a text group, but people around the world joined, so we couldn't do texting because they were international. So we're going to do WhatsApp so we can honor our friends over the pond. And we'll do question and answers. You'll have access to me throughout the challenge. It's just like a little bit, one step up to kind of hold you accountable for these 3 weeks. And it's not much more. It's $37 for the 3 weeks. So very minimal investment for what you're going to get out of in between the Thanksgiving and that winter break, Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate, the holiday coming through the end of the year. So it's just something to kind of boost everything. If you have questions, I would love to see questions. Put them in the comments below. But some very common ones, can I invite a friend to do this with me? Yes. No, you don't have to be on Facebook. That was the other one that I was going to add to this. You don't need any special equipment. There'll be options to add weights in or like just handheld dumbbells or soup cans or water bottles, but you certainly don't need anything for the challenge. How do you win prizes? You just comment that you did it. You just say, hey, I did the squat challenge. Here's how it went. Or here's a sweaty selfie. I did this early on a Saturday morning. Very, very low bar set for like proof that you did it. You don't need to submit a video of you doing the push-ups. You just need to comment that you did it. And then this one came up a bunch last year because I had a community that was dealing with some injuries and some recovery. If you have health issues, should you still sign up? Absolutely. I've been a personal trainer for the last 20 years. I can modify the heck out of anything. If you can't do a squat, great. I have other exercises that work the same muscle group that you can do. If you can't do yoga for whatever reason, I offer chair yoga and different modifications. There's definitely ways around all of it. And keep in mind too, this challenge isn't just physical. This is for the mental and emotional also. So please still sign up. And if you have specific questions, shoot me a message. I'm happy to answer any of them. to get you involved and have you have the healthiest, happiest holiday yet. Questions? Put in the comments below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And cheers. I hope you have a great holiday season and you choose to carve out just a tiny bit of time. I usually say 2%, but during the holidays, I drop it, maybe just 1% of the day. Taking care of you. Remember, every single healthy choice counts. Go have a great day.